Hello everyone and welcome to Dark Souls 3. Now I'm going to start the intro here.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the Unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Alright, so that is the opening cutscene. Pretty fucking awesome. You need the four Lords of Cinder, or Lords of Cinder. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I chose a sorcery class because I like to have some kind of range capability. You do get a bow in High Wall of Lothric, but that's quite some time away. So I'm going with a sorcery class, basically because I already did a pyromancy class, and I'll be doing a dark paladin build live streaming that. But for this beginner's guide walkthrough, I will be doing sorcerer dex build, with a little bit of strength to use a certain weapon. Um, so just gonna go over some quick tips that I'll be demonstrating throughout this walkthrough. Like, for one, do not trust any treasure in the open. If you see an item glowing on a body or just sitting somewhere, and you're all like, oh shit, check this out, fucking free item. Don't believe it. Check your surroundings, look around the walls, look up, look down. Fucking put your shield up. If you're not using the shield, just be prepared to roll, because guess what? They are gonna get your ass. It's a fucking trap. Second thing, if you see one enemy by himself and he's a weak enemy, like he's like a hollow or something, don't trust that shit. It's an ambush. Smoke his ass from a distance. Wait to see what happens. Check the room. Maybe they're hiding on the edges or something. Cause in this game, motherfuckers like to hang off edges like they don't have no fucking arm issues. Like, you know, you ever try to hang for something for a long ass time? I'm talking like probably your entire fucking life. And just be chilling. Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, you know, fucking chilling. Nah, fuck that. There might be a motherfucker hanging off of something, ready to climb up and beat your ass when you roll out there. So, you know, just fucking be careful. Be fucking careful. So I'm gonna parry this guy. Now I'm gonna tell you now, if you plan on doing a lot of parrying, use a buckler. Using a medium shield is completely worthless. It's just not worth it. It's the parry times are so off with a medium shield. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I feel personally medium shields are not worth parrying with. So just get you a what do you call it? What is it fucking called? Get you a weapon art shield. A shield that lets you use your weapon arts. Use a weapon arts. Just use that if you're using a medium shield. If you want to parry, use a buckler. It's way better. From my experience of using it, way better. What was I gonna say? What else? What else? Check your surroundings at all times. They like to post enemies on walls. Like they got enemies that hang on walls and shit now. And like it's a lot more than any other games. Like in the undead settlement, those thief dudes are everywhere. They're hanging on the ceilings, hanging on the walls. They everywhere. Don't fucking trust them. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Like just don't fucking trust them. Like I'm here trying to parry again, but that's just my fault. Like I just have no timing. My timing is complete fucking shit. Ow, hand. What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think. What else was there that I could? What other hints actually, what else? Oh, don't be afraid to use a bow. Like, if you got to, like, if you don't have no Estus, if you know, don't have no FP to use a healing spell, and you gotta, you still got a long ways to go before you get to the next bonfire. Don't be afraid. Don't feel ashamed. Not afraid. Ashamed to just blow up a whole room. Like, I will fucking light up an entire area from one area with a bow to avoid fighting. Like, it's that serious for me sometimes. Cause I'll go through, like for example, going through the undead settlement. It's pretty fucking tough. And the part where you get Loretta's bone, like I said, I'll show you that. I shot everybody with the bow. Fucking killed them all. When I went down there, only people who was left was the ones on the other side of the fucking tree that I could not see. Like, you know, don't fucking worry about don't worry about having to deal with enemies from a distance. So just fucking do it. It's for your own betterment. So invest in dexterity or whatever you need to use a bow. You don't need to use like, you know, the best bow. The bow you find in the high wall of Lothric is pretty fucking good too. So let me just focus on back to the gameplay. You saw me get killed by the crystal lizard, the giant crystal lizard. I came back to get my souls. I wanted to test out how much damage I did two-handing my weapon, and I wanted to see how much damage my sorcery did. Come to find out, it's not doing enough for me to last this fight. So I grabbed the fucking soul and I bounce. I'll probably come back later and fight him, but right now, it's a no-go. He's a little too strong for me. Like, I stood right there to see if he could crawl out here, because maybe I was going to fucking cheese him, because I am not above cheesing. No, not in a Dark Souls game. I am the cheese lord. I will cheese a boss so fucking hard. Like, I tell you, if I could shoot a boss to a fucking wall before going in that room, I would. Like, if I could somehow cheese a boss before I go through a fog or something, I'd do it. I'd fucking do it. So this is just me checking out the scenery. It's a lovely looking game. I know it's not PC, you know, I'm on Xbox One, so it doesn't look as good as it could look. But fuck it, I appreciate the fucking effort they put in on this fucking version of the game. I don't know if I told you this area consists of the Cemetery of Ash and Champion of Ash boss fight. Also I talked to all the NPCs and stuff. I will go through some item descriptions just to cover like what they do, not so much as the lore behind them. Like, this won't be a super lore heavy playthrough. Like, I will talk about it, you know, but I won't do too much speculation on my part, you know. So I tried testing out the free aiming with the magic, because in Dark Souls 2 you could equip the binoculars and aim your magic. I kind of like that. I don't know if I can do it in this one. Like, they do got binoculars, so I will equip them and see if I can fucking aim my magic. Oh, excuse me. But you know, we'll see how that goes. If it works, I'll be super happy. If it doesn't, you know, you just have to fucking use the lock on. Because the aim is not too great. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this boss some. Now, the first part of the boss, really easy. He's not that hard, you know. Really choreographed attacks, and not that hard to dodge. He's not that hard to dodge at all. It's when he gets his little black gook monster that shoots out of his back and takes over his upper torso and starts swinging around and shit. You know, that's when things get a little complicated, because his range is doubled, like by like times 3 or something, or triple. It's triple, not double, but his range triple. And he does a lot more damage. But if you play as a pyromancy, he's super weak against fire, so just fucking chuck a couple fireballs at him and he'll be down in no fucking time. Or if you picked up them fire bombs, or pick the black fire bombs like I did, you can chuck those at him. I do try to chuck him at him, but he does like a swing around, and I miss, and he kills me. You can damage him when he's first getting up, so I try to get in a couple cheap shots before he fully got out and started to fight me. My magic does do quite a bit of damage to him, but I wasn't thinking about this when I first came in here, but I could have buffed my staff, because they got like the weapon arts for your staff is like a self buff that increases your sorcery damage. I didn't do it in this fight, but when I die and come back, I do that, and it increases it by like 15 points of damage. Sorry about that. What am I talking about? Healing. Healing is not as dangerous as it was in the other Souls games. Like, there's often in a lot of cases where you can get some distance. Like, an enemy might do the boss might do an attack that holds him up for a little bit, and you can heal. You know, once you learn that attack, you got a lot of chances to heal. So it's not that bad. So here I am using the black firebomb. See how he like that? He swings his arm. I already got hit with it once, but he has the thing where he swings his arm like that. Like, you see me getting fucked up by it. And he can do a tail swing on you, but he doesn't do it then. But you see how his mobility has increased so much that yeah, there I go. I try to throw it, he swings around it, and he hits me. So, bada boom, bada bang, I'm dead. But I come right back. Alright, so I buffed my staff. And now I'll do, I think it's 86 or 88 damage, and I was doing like 73. Now, big thing that got me killed quite often in a boss fight was I would go into a boss fight with a shit ton of souls. Don't go into a boss fight. If you got enough souls to level up, get your level up before you go into a boss fight. Because you're going to be distracted by the fact that you got like 20,000, 30,000 souls in there. So before you go into a boss fight, just re-up. Level up. Buy whatever stuff you need. If they poison you, bleed you, frost you, get your stuff. You know, don't go in there with a bunch of souls because you'll be distracted and you'll try to get the souls, and they'll use that. I don't know if they program like that, but it feels like whenever your souls are in the room and you try to go near them, they get 10 times more aggressive, and they'll just kind of keep attacking you to kill you. So don't go into a boss fight with all your souls. Second, after you beat a boss, spend your souls of the boss, because it's in cases where I will fight a boss and I will move on to the next area without going back, and I would die and I would lose all those boss souls. And you know, depending on how you level your character up, that's like 2 or 3 levels lost. So always spend your souls. Don't hold on to them because you just fuck yourself over in the end. If you get yourself a save, I mean, enough souls to level up, just go do it. Yeah, you have to run through the level again, but you don't have so much to lose that second time through. Go into a boss fight and lose your souls, you'll be so focused on trying to get them back that you will like not focus on surviving and shit. What else? So what you saw right there, I just got my Estus flags back. I'm not really sure how it works. Some people say it works like soft humanity, like in Dark Souls 1. After you kill like a certain amount of enemies, you will gain like humanity. I don't know exactly how it works, but sometimes you get an Estus flashback, and sometimes that should be so fucking cash because you be in desperate need of it. So, you know, fucking woohoo, right? What else? What else am I talking about? What else is talking about? I probably should have made a list. I'll probably make a list next time for the shit I need to talk about. This is me just showing off the set. Next episode, the next part, I will look into the descriptions of the set. What else? What else? There's a NPC up here that you fight. He's hanging out near this near the left side of the Firelink Shrine. Like I don't go in I don't go in straight away. I go off to that left side. Over there is a dude using a Uji. It's a katana. I can't remember how to. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but he's using a katana. Now he fucks my shit up the first time through. Now those two dudes up there will not attack you unless you go grab the item to your right. I mean to your left. I don't go grab it. I just go fight him. Now, alright. So I lock onto him, but I wasn't paying attention, I guess, and I didn't realize that I wasn't locked onto him no more, and I fucking turned away and wasted one of my shots. Now I tried to parry him, but he did a jumping attack, and then, you know, it pretty much fucking end from there. Bleed is a bitch, yo. He builds up that shit really quick on you. So I cut to it, back at it again, but this time, more, FP and one Estus Flash, and I demonstrate why people call us filthy magic users. Because I fucking spam my heavy soul arrow at his ass before I go up there, because he can fuck my shit up. Now here, I thought I killed him, but it was clear as day that I did not, and he almost fucking killed me a second time. But heavy soul arrow again, and he was done. Healed up and collected his shit. His clothes ain't worth shit, so you might as well read. If you can read the description, then toss the bitches. Ain't worth shit. So, up there's the cage that leads to. It's an exit for the Firekeeper tower, which you will want to get to, depending on if you want to. You can get some free levels. You can get some free levels from a sorcerer named Yori or Yondor. I can't remember how his name pronounced, but you can get some sorceries from. I mean, you can get free level ups from him if you let him put the dark sign on you. So you know, if you don't mind looking like beef jerky, you can get some free levels. But if you unlock that tower, you can get Firekeeper Soul, which will then allow you to cure Halloween. And curing Halloween is it's not curing Hollow, it's curing the dark sign, which is fucking essential. You know, if you want to keep your free levels but don't want to look like beef jerky. But the more dark signs you have, the more what do you call it? The more souls it will cost to cure it, to heal the dark side. So that's pretty much it for right now. There's a lot of talking to be done here. I talked to this Crestfallen bro. He's a deserter from the Abyss Watchers.
Another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We Unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we are talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
He has an interesting shit. Alright, he has an interesting storyline, or quest line that I didn't even know I was fucking doing. Like, I just wanted to fucking get the dragon stuff, you know what I'm saying? But he has an interesting quest line dealing with that. We will explore when we get to it, but right now I ain't gonna talk too much more about it. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm running out of breath.
Welcome to the bonfire, Unkindled one. I'm a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end I am at thy side. Ashen One, to be unsovereignless souls will become thy strength. Show Ashen One. Farewell,
Basically,
Ashen.
she just talking about use the souls you find to level up.
Joke. Asking us to seek
He just
the
talks about the
lords of
same shit
sin
again.
talk.
I thought it was something. I just checked to see if it was something different. These are the thrones. You got Yorn of the Profane Capital, the Watchers of the Abyss, Lorfric, the High King, or Holy King. Sorry, Holy King Lorfric. Then you got I don't remember his name, but he exiled. Something of exile, and then you got Aldrin of the Deep. Oh, Saint Aldrin of the Deep. Then you got this dude you can talk to. Down the road, he offers you can get an item that allows you to basically create boss weapons from their souls. Pretty fucking pimp, but you know, it's not just weapons. You get rings, you get sorceries, you get pyromancies, you get hexes, you get miracles, you get all kinds of shit from their souls. So, you know.
This sad cadaver. No need to be coy. Have a closer look. Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast fading flame must be linked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus. Treat the firekeeper not with discourtesy.
Yeah, he's pretty much the same shit over. So now I'm going to the Shrine Maiden.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no?
Then you can talk to her and she tells you how to get new items.
If my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
So, she has quite a bit to sell. She has the poison moss, which is really good. That's like right there, so you can buy that. You can buy some sorceries, some miracles. She sells like some basic, what do you call it? Basic, shit. Basic catalysts and shit, sorcery and chimes. There we go. Also, so selling the souls, what they sell for is basically what you get when you use them. You know, so you can either sell them or you can just fucking pop them and use them that way. Either way, it's all the fucking same. They're getting used. You're getting the same thing out of them. Now, I didn't mean to sell all those sacred chimes because I wanted to use the description. I wanted to read the description on them for you guys, but I did go out after I finished recording and farmed a little and got them. So, we'd be pretty good on that front. Now we meet our homeboy Andre Vestora.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such is my purpose.
So, I talk about I have them talk about it, but there's a bunch of other stuff. Like here, you can allocate your Ashen Estus and your Estus Flash. So if you're more of a magic user and you tend not to take a lot of damage, you can have more Ashen Estus than regular Estus. Or if you're a melee user and you tend to take more damage than use up your FP, you want to invest more into your regular Estus. So, just like the Dark Souls 2, you got your different infusions. You got your bleed, your poison, fire, dark, lightning, raw. You know, you got that. You got your stuff from Dark Souls 2.
But when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would. There are two ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down.
Okay,
Pretty,
so
be careful.
what was I talking about? Oh, the infusion. So you got new fusion stones now. You got deep, which is basically dark. You got Hollow-In, which I don't know anything about. You have heavy, refined, and sharp, which are basically heavy makes the scaling for strength higher. Sharp makes the scaling for dexterity higher, and refined makes both higher. If you're doing a quality build, refined is the way you want to go. But if you're leaning towards dex or strength, heavy or sharp will be your preferred your preferred scaling. What else?
Aspredi the mark to Lothric. With
Oh, yeah, you got your crystal gems.
darkness within take nourishment from
You know, no Steven Universe drop there, but you got your crystal gems that allow you to make crystal weapons, which, you know, basically magic. Then you got your magic gems that allow you to make magic weapons. Excuse me. There's a new material called Titanite Scales, which you get from you can get them from the crystal lizards, but most of the time you get them from the giant crystal lizards, not the little crystal lizards. You get them from giant crystal lizards. So you can you get them to level up the boss soul weapons. Unique weapons that you get from, like, say like a Black Knight or something, you use Twinkle Titanite for. Everything else uses Titanite, large Titanite, Titanite chunks, and then Titanite slabs. What else? Oh, I want to talk one thing about the bosses. Apparently, a lot of bosses are super weak against bleed. I didn't know this, but I was watching some guys play, and they was like, yeah, bleed is a motherfucker on bosses. And I was like, well, fucking shit. I might invest in some bleed, because since I'm using a dex weapon, I'm using fast attacks. I can build up some bleed damage quite quickly. So I might use daggers. I might invest in daggers. I don't know. What else? This is me trying to figure out how I'm gonna build my character. I wasn't too sure about it. I didn't know how everything was affecting my stats. Because I read on the wiki that dexterity increases decreases your cast time. So I'm trying to decide if I want to boost up dexterity a whole bunch to increase my cast time, decrease my cast time, but strength also increases your casting your magic damage for both fire and magic. And I'm like, well, fuck, man, I don't know if I want to, I don't know if I want to, how much I want to invest in strength and how much I want to invest in dexterity. But we'll see as we go along. While we're on the screen, if you do decide to play a melee heavy character, invest in stamina. These enemies spam attacks so fucking hard that if you don't have a shield that blocks 100% damage and a lot of stamina, you're fucked. But that's the end for this episode. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you next time.